Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you some more gameplay footage. I know it has been a while, but I've been rather sick to be honest. And well, gameplay footage wise, I wasn't able to play as many games. Well, I actually was, but League Replay had a lot of bugs lately, so all of my saved up files were actually useless. But now I have some files, so I should actually be alright. I've done well. I've actually haven't supported in this game. As you can see, I'm playing Anivia, so I will be in the middle. And as you can see right now, well, I'm gonna show you why. So I'm going to the middle right over here. You can actually see my mouse. I have turned it on, and you can immediately see Akali. So they were going for an invade, but I interrupted it, sort of. I'm not completely, because of course I am scared that Blitzcrank was already in that bush. But yeah, as you can see, the enemy team consists of Akali, Tristana, Blitzcrank, Master Yi, and Kha'Zix. So if they have a Blitzcrank, they tend to like to invade, even though we also have quite a good invade team, so they need to be careful as well. But now there's already 3 people in there, we know. So Wukong actually needs to be a little bit careful, but he should be fine. Kha'Zix was already there, placing a standard, showing them that they were all there. That was a nice try, Blitzcrank, but you did not get me at all. So I will be facing an ability power Yi, which I had troubles with in the past, but now I actually learned a little bit how you play against them. They're quite cheeky little bastards. They will alpha strike your entire minion wave and probably hit you as well, and it does a lot of damage if it hits you. But it is important when you play against the Master Yi that you retaliate, and I will show that pretty soon once we start fighting. So now we are helping our Jarvan the 4th with his jungle. I'm not too sure whether or not he will use Smite already. I'm not going to help him, but perhaps Wukong will help him. I'm not too certain. He is trying at the very least. So yeah, I don't think he'll have to use Smite. We shall see. Oh, Wukong was actually tanking it. So yeah, he will not need to use Smite. And here we have the Master Yi. So of course I am normally a support player, so my loss hits will of course be abominable. It's actually fairly hard to loss it with Anivia if you don't practice with her. She has such a slow auto attack, it's not even funny. Of course, after level 6, once you have a blue buff, it is quite easy. Don't know why I hit the Yi. Some extra damage probably. There goes the Alpha Strike, and immediately you go in for the stun. Now that's the beautiful part about Anivia. Oh yeah, we were playing without Vayne. Doesn't matter, 4v5. I'm all into that. So, of course, once Master Yi is level 2, he will normally have Meditate already, so he can heal himself quite easily. There you can see I was too late with the Flash Frost, and I wasn't able to stun him. So what a Master Yi AP normally does is it will just tag a minion, which is fairly low on health. Doesn't even matter. He'll tag a minion, and he'll hope that his Alpha Strike will hit you. So as an Anivia, it's up to you to know which minion he is going to click and then retaliate by just casting a Flash Frost towards the minion that he clicked first. You can actually see it. He will Alpha Strike, his animation will be there first, and then he'll go and dance around like a, look at my mouse, like that, spazzing all over the place. And you should be able to stun him and do a lot of damage onto him. Of course, I am actually surprised that he isn't using Meditate. I can stun him with Flash Frost, so maybe that's why he's scared. But I don't have that much mana left to begin with, so I'm not too sure whether or not I will be able to do anything at all. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Well, for now... Oh, someone died. And there's Kha'Zix, who jumped against the wall there. Well, I would have been able to go to my tower safely. Going to miss my Flash Frost. That I shouldn't have done. Because now Master Yi is going on to me like, I don't know, a player in a bar, and I'm a beautiful little lady. And he really wants to hit me and flirt with me. And I'm like, I'm not interested. So I'm actually quite afraid, because Kha'Zix is going to show his face a lot of times, and well, Master Yi is better at pushing than me pre-level 6 anyway, so all I can do is farm at my tower, which I don't mind. Master Yi, and here we go, I saw that one, you asshole! Nah! Go and use Meditate, you sons of bitch! So yeah, Kha'Zix was on the bottom, so I could just go in onto Master Yi. Used my Ignite just to make sure if he would use Meditate, it wouldn't heal as much as it should have. But I'm actually surprised he hasn't used Meditate the entire fight. It would have saved him, I think. well, he wouldn't have been that low to begin with. But hey, maybe he didn't want it on cooldown, I don't know. Anyway, that's the first kill for, no, the second kill for our team. Jarvan actually got another one as well. He's doing wonderfully. Started off with a cloth armor, weirdly enough. You don't tend to see that too often, but hey, he is able to just continue jungling non-stop, and I don't really mind. Wukong is, well, actually having a lot of troubles against Akali. She is, of course, a high burst champion. Wukong is melee range, so she can use her Mark of the Assassin pretty much every time onto him, and that's a lot of damage you'll get on Wukong for free. I'm level 6 now, so I have my Glacial Storm. I will be able to farm a little bit faster. However, I will need blue buff for that, because else I will not have the regeneration capabilities. So I probably want to go back, but because Master Yi is pushing so hard, I first have to clear these minions. Free experience and all that stuff. Well, it's not free, you have to work for it. Failing all my loss hits there, and then finally I can go back. Though Master Yi will push rather hard, because he can and he should. Giving him the time and space to either attack my turret or just go and gank a lane. Jarvan wasn't there as well. He could have, if I would have communicated with him better, I could have asked, hey, I want to go back, do you want to protect my tower, farm a little minions for a while? But there are downsides to that, because then your enemy team's jungler will know where your jungler is, and he will counter jungle your jungler, and you don't want that. Or just gank, or let other laners know that they can just go all in. They will not get jungle ganked. And early on in the game that's fairly important, because people tend to not have wards, except for bottom lane of course. So now I'm lost hitting a little bit better. Too bad I missed that one and this one and probably all of these. Gonna use Flash Frost for it and then still fail, so whoops. So my first item, knowing that I won't have blue buff yet, and it isn't guaranteed that I'll always have it, I do not know this Jarvan. I hope he'll give it to me, but it's not certain. I went for the Chalice of Harmony, a fairly important item for Anivia. It used to be not so viable, but now of course you can turn it into an Athene's Unholy Grail. I used my Flash Frost a bit too early there, or else that would have been a kill. Kha'Zix is now there. I have my wall ready to go, so I can just place it in between ourselves, but I failed a little bit. But at least it made it so that Master Yi couldn't get me. Going to miss my Flash Frost there, that was ridiculous. So I'm fairly low on mana, once more, and Jarvan isn't taking blue yet, so I'm like, oh man, I really want blue, Jarvan, work on it baby. But he instead really wants to go and gank, and I can't blame him, so I'll probably have to do blue myself, but I don't have the mana for it. Now the plus side about Chalice of Harmony is the less mana you have, the bigger your mana regeneration is, but it's percentual, so if you don't have a lot mana to begin with, 1% of nothing is still barely anything. So it is important if you go for a chalice that you also go for a mana item, preferably Rod of Ages. There's going to be a dead Akali there. She tried, but she was a little bit too greedy. So Master Yi is still not going into his lane, so I think fine, I'll go and pressure it and then probably go back again and get some mana. There's nothing much else that I can do, really. Am I going to help them? I could, but I don't have any mana. Man, I'm insane. Maybe she was... Yeah, I think, well, of course, Wolf's Rain is with me in the party, and he said, hey, free kill on the bottom, go and grab her. And I'm like, fine, push the lane then. Alright. Jarvan also already pushing. Tom actually already shattered, so I thought, yeah, I need to go in, because she would have died almost. I'm going to use my wall to make it so that Blitzcrank is a little bit longer slow. They are going to stand there for quite a long time though, and if Master Yi arrives, they would have died. He's still in the middle, Tom almost dying there, he needed to use his flash. I'm going to show my face to say, Blitzcrank, you don't do that to my friends. You tank minions, you don't do that. Minions can do a lot of damage, Blitzcrank, don't tempt me. So Master Yi has blue. And I'm not there. He also went for Chalice of Harmony, also a plus side, of course, it gives him magic resistance, and if you're mid lane, chances are pretty high you are playing against an AP carry as well. Oh, Vayne has arrived. So yeah, of course, another reason why Jarvan wasn't able to give me my blue is because Vayne disconnected the entire game. But she's here now. Important enough. She is only level 1 though, so it will be quite a hassle. What matters it does not, for I am a French bird. Ah, he's actually going to help me. Thank you, Jarvan. If you ever want to become president, I will vote for you, even though Demacia is apparently a monarchy, so there's no reason to vote. You will be the king no matter what. Unless, of course, if your daddy's an asshole and gives someone else the crown, but I don't think that will happen. I don't know. So now I have blue buff, I can just spam my ultimate no matter what. I will regenerate more than enough mana. Spotted Kha'Zix with a ward there. I placed my ward a little bit janky. I didn't want to leave my lane for too long whilst I warded. Master Yi is trying to bait me towards the Kha'Zix. I think he's still there. I'm not too sure why he was all the way over there. But now that Jarvan is there, he will not do it or he will die. Though, maybe he'll do it again. I don't know how patient Jarvan is. Maybe he waits for a Flash Frost of mine, but I rather that he goes in first and then I can land a Flash Frost afterwards. I could just auto-attack Yi. He's close enough, I must say, but he didn't go for it. But now Master Yi went in. I missed my Flash Frost. Master Yi flashes away. It's a pity. I should have hit my Flash Frost there. That could have been a kill, but at least it's a flash burnt for an ultimate. Too bad for that, but hey, he will not escape my clutches again. 4 seconds remaining for my ult. Going to cast it. He's going to dodge it rather nicely. And there is Kha'Zix. I will probably need to flash. I still have my wall, just in case. Still have my passive though, and here we go. Master Yi caught in between a rock and a hard place. Another nice thing about Anivia versus Yi there, as you could have seen. I saw him alpha striking me immediately and I thought, alright, I'll just walk into my ultimate. And he was in my Glacial Shroud, so I could just do a Frostbite onto his face, which does double damage to chilled targets. And as you all know, Glacial Storm chills everyone who stands in it. So that was an easy kill for me. And I will do that many times. So if you would play ranked and someone picks APE, normally they will not pick it first pick or anything like that. So it won't work. But if it does, I can definitely guarantee that Anivia works pretty well against him. Though every AP champion with hard CC will do, really. I saw a Heimerdinger against the Master Yi once. I think I've casted it way in the past. And that Master Yi totally owned that Heimerdinger, but to be honest, that shouldn't have been the case. Heimerdinger also has a CC ability, a stun actually, with his grenade. And it's also a skill shot, so he can also predict where Master Yi's Alpha Strike was, and then just cast his grenade and do a lot of damage that way. But maybe it was a much better Yi, probably, because of course what I cast is way higher elo than what I play. And back to farming. Of course, now that I have my abilities, it should be a little bit easier, but the tower is a bastard and picks all the minions that I wasn't focusing. Oh no, Wolf's Rain, don't die, old buddy, old pal. There's not much that Vayne can do. She's too low level and I'm not going to help them. So Tom is still surviving there. Of course, he was able to farm whilst Vayne wasn't there, and Taric is actually quite a tanky champion, but I don't see them surviving this. Well, back to the middle then, where Master Yi Alpha Striked me once more and I was not interested. And another one. And another one. Wukong still trying his best to fight Akali, but it's just too hard, to be honest. There's not much he can do. Luckily for him, Wukong doesn't really need to do all that well to still be viable in teamfights. His ultimate will do the rest. End game, Wukong is such a beast. And there's not really anything else you need him to do except for his spin to win attack. Akali spotted. Ward, my ladies and gentlemen, always ward. I've seen a lot of mid laners around my elo that don't do it and it upsets me so. Oh, they're actually doing the dragon. Jarvan was not able to steal it, I think. I'm not too certain. I don't think he did, so he is going to die. I will try and avenge him. There we go. That's all I can do though. I must go. My country needs me. So I will disappear. I was going to go straight for my tower, but there's an angry ninja bastard standing in my way. Wukong is there to hold mid whilst I'm gone, so it's alright. Akali now going to our jungle, but I'm not interested. Is going to ward there, which is fairly important. She'll have vision on the Wraiths, which I can actually farm as well now that I think about it. I should have done it a while ago. I probably will do it now because I saw Akali warding there. I did warn Tom and the Vayne that they were coming, but apparently they weren't all that interested, so they will die a monkey's death. And another kill? I don't know. No. They're not interested. Nor am I interested. Wukong, you can go. Thanks for your cooperation. I will see you next time. So for now, this game is of course looking rather bleak for our entirety of our team. Top lane was having difficulties against an Akali. Bottom lane, of course, was having difficulties because Vayne was gone. Jarvan is doing alright, and I seem to be doing alright. I have 84 minion kills, which at around the 50-minute marks you really need to have 100 if you want to do it alright. That's my target. At the 10-minute marks I want to have 75 minion kills, and then at the 15 I want 100, and then 25 minutes I want 200. That's what I aim for. Not that I will achieve it, but hey, a man can dream, can he not? I think he can, unless you have insomnia. So I'm just going to farm now. I don't think I have what it takes to kill Master Yi yet. I first will go for my Unholy Grail, and then afterwards maybe go for the Rabadon's Death Cap. And after that, oh man, I can wreck houses. Anivia's Frostbite is very strong. It does so much damage. It's not even funny. Of course your enemy needs to be chilled. I'm going to use my wall because I don't like damage, and it bugs the ogre so much. So it was fun, but as you can see, I don't have any mana to kill this beast. So I'm going to regen. Of course, the lower my mana is, the higher my regeneration. And I have a lot of regeneration thanks to Athene's and Holy Grail. So I was able to regen just fast enough, so I didn't take too much damage. But I am missing Master Yi, and I pinged. But oh boy, did I not do anything. So I haven't bought any wards, and for that I am sorry. I am a lazy person when it goes down to wards, but I'm not getting ganked all too often, and it won't work anyway. I have flash up, so I won't be in that much of a difficulty. I still have my crystallize, so I should be able to be safe every day. Now I did notice Akali likes to ward. She did ward my jungle, so she should be noticing me and goes back to her tower immediately. She's actually not that... well, she is. And Kha'Zix was there to begin with, and they are going on top of me. Weird though, I thought if you flashed whilst Master Yi Alpha strikes that he follows you, but apparently he doesn't. So that's going to be a dead Jarvan. I'm not going to be able to do anything, and I need to be careful because there you have it. That, oh my god, double flash over the wall there. Thank god I accidentally leveled my wall to level 2. It was a mistake, but hey, I tend to level crystallize second. I love doing it. He disconnected, that was the reason why he died. It was of course pretty weird to see, and I left Wukong to fend for himself. Though he is Wukong, so he can just use his well, Kagebunshin no Jutsu technique to just get away. So I finally have Athene's Unholy Grail. I have 2 wards, of course, always buy 2 wards. And that will be it. I will just farm again. Master Yi isn't farming. Let's see the differentiation in farming, because Master Yi's are beasts at farming, and he does. He has 136, which is a lot. Wukong actually getting the kill onto Akali, but he needs to be careful because Kha'Zix is still there, and he is double ignited, so he will probably die. What a bastard. Just ignite killing. Who does that thing? Master Yi wasn't chilled, so the damage isn't that big. I'm going to stun him, do a little bit of damage. I have blue buff, I can do that. Oh man, I really should go to the bottom. Tom gets pulled, but he will survive. I'm actually going to the bottom, but it won't work. They are being fairly aggressive though, so I should be able to get the Tristana. Of course, I will walk over a ward. Tristana is way out of position. A nice dazzle there by Tom. Maybe a bit too soon. He might die because of that. I will use my ultimate to slow her down, so I did get the assist. Ooh, I was lucky. And Blitzcrank will probably run away, but Jarvan with a very nice little Dragon Lance there will get the kill, and I will do the rest. No! Well, I give kills to everyone. You got kill, I got kill, everybody gets kill. Master Yi, of course, has his Highlander, so he will just run away the minute he sees me. Whoa, nice standard toss again, and a nice little cataclysm, but I'm getting zoned away by these minions, and I couldn't pass. So he will get away, a pity indeed, and here, because I was frustrated, I will make a very big mistake, and just wall, and make it so that he'll get away. I'm very sorry about that, but that minion over there, those minions, they were blocking me, and that frustrated the hell out of me. So, important lesson, guys, do not get frustrated over the little things, you will fuck it up even more. I saw a nice video on YouTube about that, but I forgot the name, else I would have... Maybe I'll put it in the descriptions if I remember it. It's about the science of raging. Just look it up like that. League of Legends, science of raging. Maybe. Damn it, I'm out of blue again, so I won't be able to kill him once more. Kazakh's going in for a kill. Vayne is now level 8, so she's not that far behind anymore. Considering the level 9 of Tristana, she's doing rather well. Kazakh's is there as well. Need to be careful there. I am there, so I will get the kill onto Kazakh's. Easy enough. I will probably have Blitzcrank as well. I think I will wall him perfectly. Yes, I will, but there was a small place where he could pass. But of course, Vayne, very good chasing champ. She should be able to keep the chase going. And weirdly enough, Blitzcrank wanted to go for the kill, but oh, Tristana. Yeah, I'm too low on mana, dude, and there was a Akali as well. So I will try and save her. Stun. Slow. Ignite. I can die in this situation, I don't mind, so... That's the first time they actually got me into my egg. And what are you going to do, Tristana? That's not a very nice thing to do. Wukong kills Yi, so it all went for the best. I even think that Vayne would have leveled in that situation. Oh, she didn't got the assist onto Master Yi, a pity indeed. Got the stun onto Tristana there, going to wall her off. She didn't run away yet and will die because of it. Underestimating my damage. It's what everyone tends to do. So again, I will probably level Crystallize because in team fights it is so important. And as a mid lane Anivia, you are most likely one of the highest levels in the game. So you want to decide how the flow of the game goes. So I really want to go team fighting now. I am ahead on Master Yi. Not really farm wise, but thanks to all the champion kills, I am ahead. I have my needlessly large rod, Teens Unholy Grail, just to get that magic resistance and regeneration going. And cooldown reduction as well, also nice. And I want to wreck them. So blue is up, I will probably take that. And then go and do some more fighting. Probably pushing mid rather hard in order to make them go towards me. But 2 wards again. Keep it in mind, guys, always buy 2 wards. Even though I probably haven't placed them yet, so it's still the same wards knowing me. Well, if I don't need him, I don't need him. Another auto attack, please. Thank you. Going for blue. Gonna do it all by myself. First ward because I do not want to get counter ganked while doing it. And that should be blue. Going to place a wall so I have vision. Is not going to stun the golem for as much as I'd like, but it worked a little bit and that's the important part. Don't have mana again. Oh my god, I really should have bought a mana item in the beginning. But instead I want to go for full damage. As long as I have blue, it's not really an issue. An issue? Yeah. But still, it could have been dangerous. Nice Cataclysm there, immediately gets dispersed there, and it's going to be Vayne dying. I don't see her surviving this. She is going to get blasted towards the tower though, but Master Yi will get the kill. Am I there yet? No, I am not. Wukong is there yet. He is going to spin to win, and he will do so. So that will be a double kill. He actually didn't go for it, so I will go for the kill. I'm going to wall off Blitzcrank. Well, oh, nice flash there, Mr. Blitzcrank. Continue the chase, guys. We want to fight. I actually got a red buff because of this, and my, does that Akali Shroud slow you? Blitzcrank, yeah, I thought as much. We still have Jarvan, so he could have just tossed his standard there and just go in. But this will be a tower. First tower in the game? I don't know. Yes, actually the first tower of our team. Of course, my middle tower has been destroyed many hours ago. This is a long cast, so hours have been wasted. And for that I am sorry. So I'm going to try and steal their blue, even though I saw Master Yi having blue there, so there's not really any point in doing this. I could go for... Oh, he wanted to ward as well. There. We're gonna do dragon now. Piss off. Heh, heh. Oh, we aren't? We are. Oh, pink ward. Nicely done there, Mr. Jarvan's son. I can place another wall if needed be, so you can start. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I think they must have had a ward there, because... I thought we were going for it, and Master Yi will go from above without me noticing it. And they had perfect vision onto me, so there was a ward in that brush. I didn't know. Placed a decent enough wall to fend off the enemies, but of course Akali doesn't care for walls, and that will be a lot of my team dying because we didn't know there was a ward in that brush. And that pretty much killed us. So I was really confused in that fight because I thought, how did they know? Well, they apparently do. Oh no, Vayne, keep the movement on. So yeah, that's an ace, pretty much, except Jarvan survived. He ran away like a smartass, and well, I can't really blame him. So that was bad play on my part. I shouldn't have been so cocky. Of course, when you feel powerful and strong, you tend to get overconfident, and you'll die. And I can't... Nice headshot there, Blitzcrank. And we can't really afford any more losses because of course we already started with a handicap. We can't really continue doing that stuff. So that's why I love doing these kinds of gameplay footage videos, because you learn a lot from it. Well, you should do it as well. Just look at your old games, see what you did right, see what you did wrong, and learn from them. It's the easiest thing to do. So I hope you can learn from these videos as well. If you can hear me commentating about them and saying, well, I should have done that, and well, that was good, but maybe if only I would do this. And of course the baseline of all my videos is I suck at last hitting, especially in the beginning of the game. Now it's not really a challenge, I just use Glacial Storm and the rest goes by itself. But still, last hitting, a big issue for me. Warding, not so much anymore. I like to see that. I used to not give a shit about warding, but it's so important for your entire team, to be honest. Consider this: if you ward as mid, if you ward around here and around here, then that is one ward less that both your top lane and your bottom lane actually will have to buy to be 100% safe. Because if you have a ward here, that means that the jungler, if he walks through here, your bottom lane will know. Well, they should know. So they do not need to place a ward here in the tri-bush. Now Tom does it. Well, we have the money apparently, but there's no reason for him to do it. Wukong is going to die. Just wanted to let you see that. Because we have a sort of division here. Of course, the more vision you have over your jungle, the better. Because then you know that he's not just going here to recall, because that is such a psychological warfare thing to do. Don't do that, it's mean. And it won't work against me. Master Yi spotted there, so bottom lane is going to have troubles as well because the tower is destroyed. But Jarvan thought, I must stand for as long as I can, but Master Yi just went for the... And I don't know why my... And I'm going to die now. Did I get the kill onto Kha'Zix? I did, but Akali was there as well and I'm going to die. I thought my Flash Frost hit it there, but apparently I missed. That's the difficulty of an alpha striking Yi. It's hard to hit them. I don't even think it's possible. I've done it before, but with a skill shot I'm not too certain. I think with Tariq's Dazzle it's possible to do. If you were first, of course. There's going to be a lot of damage there onto the Tristana. Gets exhausted, that's a great kill. So Vayne is actually doing quite well considering. She's also level 12 now, hasn't used her ultimate yet, and now they will need to back off because if Akali jumps onto Vayne she will die. Actually she was able to tumble away one more time. Hope Tom has his flash, but even then it's a pretty far flash over this wall so it won't work, and he will die as well. So those are 3 kills for that Akali. So she is going to be ever so nasty to deal with. I have my Rabadon's death cap, so maybe my next item will be a mana item, though I think I'll go for some more magic penetration, if you know what I'm talking about. Akali is not going to be seen. She did indeed just walked away. Nice try by Wukong, he placed a pink ward, but in this situation it is fairly hard to even achieve such a thing, because of course you have the brush here. The minute she's in the brush she will be invisible no matter what. The minute she was in this brush she would have been invisible no matter what. It's risky. In the lane you can do that, in a big team fight you can do that. Of course another plus side of Anivia is that when you fight in the jungle you will most likely win. The wall is so powerful, it's not even funny. And it is. Well, I find it funny, I find it hilarious. Look at me farming. I really want to up my farm a little bit because we are at the above the 25-minute mark, and as I said, I want to have 200 million kills by then. I have 40 less, which is about 3 champion kills, give or take. It's a little bit more. Going to stun Akali. Oh my god, it's a Kha'Zix, so that was very bad play on my part. Going to use Crystallize, it won't work on Akali, so I'm going to die again. This first time I didn't buy wards and it immediately shows. So guys, do wards, surrender goes down. I put my veto down and I say no. Guys, I got this. And I think I do. They're all assassin-y type of champions. In team fights I don't see them winning, unless of course Master Yi. Here I even say it, huh? I surprised myself. It's true. So, oh, that could have been a stun against the Tristana, but of course there's a high up chance there that the entire enemy team is there. So Akali going in onto Vayne. Vayne should... Oh my god, that was pretty awesome. So Vayne condemned the Akali towards the tower, and then Wukong is going all crazy, but I don't know. They really need an AP carry to save them. And because this is black and white, the AP carry wasn't there yet. So those are a lot of kills that I could have gotten if only they waited a little bit long. Master Yi now going in man mode. I might actually be able to do something here. He is going to dodge my Flash Frost, but well, the little Kha'Zix was not able to dodge my Flash Frost. So I have red buff. Am I going to do something with red buff? I don't know. Anivia is one of the slowest champions in the game, so they'll probably be able to escape my grasp. Oh, I don't think that Tristana will escape, and this is going to be a double kill for me, please? It's going to be a double kill for Vayne? Oh, he's still alive? Oh, oh my, oh, no, 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 one auto attack, it's all I need. Well, never mind. Frostbite is good enough as well. I thought he would have been dead by my Glacial Storm. Instead, it wasn't the case. But I got a new blue buff because of it, so I am happy. So that was an ace. Well, Akali was there still, so it wasn't a full ace, I think. It doesn't matter. So a kill is a kill. They were a little bit cocky, red team was. I must say my team did rather great considering how it all went down here. Well, they did great. They were all pretty low, the entire enemy team. Of course, that's the power of a Wukong. He just knocks up everyone in the air and just spins around like he just don't care. As long as it rhymes, it's a fact. So I've noticed that they have both Akali and a Master Yi, and that I am actually a very short-ranged caster. You wouldn't say, but it's kind of true. I want them in my Glacial Storm, and I want to throw down a lot of Frostbites. And you need to be rather close range, relative close range. Here you can see it. That's the range of my Frostbite. It's not that big. I think it's the same range of course, the Abyssal Scepter, so that's why I'm going for it. They have a lot of ability power, and so I want a little bit of resistances. And that's especially what the Abyssal Scepter gives. And of course, it teens Unholy Grail as well. So I am loading on some magic resistance. It's fun. They are doing Dragon, but of course, they probably really want this place. Kha'Zix going man mode here. I was able to stun the... Oh, I could wall. It's not necessary, but I could, and I will. So they will not be able to escape. Blitzcrank trying whatever. I saw again the Master Yi went on me with Alpha Strike. I just went to my ultimate, and that's going to be a triple kill, as the French would call it. And then I say to Tom, Tom, come back, friend. We shall kill the dragons. I'm not too sure why I still have health potions. I should have sold those and buy some wards. But then again, that's why I watch these videos, so I learn, so we all learn. Buy wards. They keep saying that, and I can't really blame them for saying it on and on and on. Oh, there's an Akali. Akali, of course, a very cheeky champ as well. She might have tried to go in on me, she wouldn't have won. The Akali is fairly weak against CC, crowd control, as the French would call it. So if she goes on to me and I'm able to hit my Flash Frost, she will die. Taric was there as well, so I would have waited, of course, for his Dazzle to hit first, because that's not a skill shot. And I missed those two creeps, and I could kill myself. In the past 5 minutes, I've only farmed 30 minions, which isn't a lot. It's actually fairly bad. That's also a mistake on my part. It is kind of normal, because, of course, I get the kills, so that makes up for the lack of minion kills, but if you start team fighting, you begin sharing last hits with your lane. You stick together, so your AD carry will also take some of the farm that you want, and vice versa, you'll take some farm of her. So in the end, you should be farming on equal footing, especially as an Anivia. You can just take an entire lane by just using your Glacial Storm and a Flash Frost. And yet, I'm not doing that, so what I really need to do is last hit. More. Lost it way more. I could have gotten way more items if I would have just farmed better. I should have gotten about 250 minion kills about now. I probably wouldn't have gotten it even if I tried, but at least 220, give or take. Oh, Kha'Zix. I was actually just going to check out where he was, but instead he's going to turn invisible and run away. I did ignite him, but he will probably get away. Kha'Zix, of course, with his ultimate. He is just like a little Rengar there. Even more annoying. Of course, the invisibility isn't that long. I have my wall, so she will not be able to escape. But instead, she's going to her friends, which was a wise decision. Master Yi again alpha striking onto me. Now it's going to be Tristana jumping on my ultimate. They all love my ultimate all too much. I still have my egg, by the way, so they can try. I really want Kha'Zix. Oh man, he's so lucky. Die, Kha'Zix! How did he survive my Flash Frost, by the way? Didn't I cast it? I don't know, but anyway, I'm alive. And there's going to be Tara going man mode again, but that Kha'Zix is just going to keep on living. Can't really blame him. Living is fun. Blitzcrank even going to live, but Jarvan finally getting the kill for the team. And this is going to be Tristana dying, not to show why she jumped in. Wukong, you had your ultimate the entire time? Probably was on cooldown, by the way, but still, don't waste your cooldown on that. Well, maybe the knock-up would have saved someone, but nobody died. Well, Tom died, but that's what Tom does. Poor Tom. So we are going to push down to the inhibitor. That would be nice, even though they are all getting back alive. So instead, I'm going to make my minions stand a little bit back. There was actually a reason why I did that, because we had a minion wave coming, and caster minions can do a lot of damage, but they cannot tank as much damage as the normal melee minions. The soldier ones. So I thought if I place my wall, maybe they'll get stuck. And then the soldier minions will be there and they can push on the tower. But it was all in vain. And not because we have a Vayne. Oh, F1. F2? Yes, F2. It's been a while since I've casted a game in this mode. I think it's more fun to cast personal games instead of using spectator mode, because it's like I'm playing. Look, I can even click my abilities and slow down time, apparently. Sorry there. So we should actually be going for Baron. We did ward it, so that's great. I do not have any place anymore for... Oh yeah, remember this. I accidentally bought another Abyssal Scepter. Well, I won't buy it, of course, but I accidentally bought another Negatron Cloak. So instead, I probably go for a Banshee's Veil just to joke around, like I meant to do it, but I really didn't. Oh, Kha'Zix, you silly you. What? I don't know. Of course, I don't have my axe, so I'm not that strong, but look at how slow I am in comparison to Vayne, of course. I'm going to stun Tristana because I don't like her, and then going to use my ability. Thanks, Tristana! Thanks a bunch! Again, going into a wall, going into the brush, so that's what I meant. So I went to the wall so that Vayne could instant condemn him. And she did, so I must applaud you, Vayne. You knew exactly what I was going for. Wukong, of course, with his ultimate does so much damage in the end. It's not even funny, and that's another ace. We could go for an inhibitor, which might have been better. We can go for Baron, no problems there, but if we go for an inhibitor, then we can do a Baron as well. I don't know. It's always guesswork. We don't have the minions though, so it might have been better to go for Baron. Well, that's why you're a team. 5 people can think way better than 1 person can. That's why we have the internet. We connect all the computers together so that we get an even more powerful computer. So that will be the first Baron in the game at the 36th minute mark, which is rather late, I know, but to be honest, we've been team fighting pretty hard. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. If we would have team fighted here, then we would have all been too low anyway, and we really like to push ourselves some turrets, because that's how you win the game. Push turrets, win the game. Kill Baron doesn't necessarily mean that you've won the game. And I'm going to drink, because now I realized it's been 40 minutes and I haven't drank a single thing. Should have used this camera though. So yeah, apparently the game is about to end. You guys realize this because it's on YouTube. So I'm not too certain. I'm going to recall again. So I did buy myself a Void Staff, and I haven't bought a single mana item in the game. I said in the beginning, maybe I should get a mana item, maybe I should get a mana item. In the end, I did get blue buff pretty much every time, so it wasn't that big of an issue. Tristana going to jump over the wall, but there is a Jarvan going to get ya, and then I am going to get the kill. Bye. I actually didn't want to steal it, but I did want the assist. Going to wall just to be certain, though. Master is all the way up top, so we can actually push this and end this game. Ooh, could I have a blue? That would be awesome. Oh, I didn't saw him. So now I can do blue rather fast, just to... Oh, fuck! God, he does my blue! Ah, I'm a bird! That's a nice pink ward there, whoever placed it, and that's my blue. I saw you trying there, you two tanky little armored folks. Don't know why Akali did this, that was a very ballsy move. I could have walled her off, so the only escape she would have gotten is through there, and she would have been visible. But that pink ward was really awesome. Of course, Akali actually fairly weak against Oracle users or pink wards. So I have blue, so I can do a lot of bursty damage. Of course, now that I mention it, I will have a mana item, because technically I'm going for an Abyssal Scepter. The raging is starting. We haven't had any raging the entire game, so that's pretty good. But now that they are losing, of course, they are saying, well, rowdy. Missed Master Yi once more. He didn't get knocked up by the Wukong ultimate as well there. I'm going to wall, but they're going to jump all over the place. They love jumping. So this is going to my Master Yi again. I miss him. So in the beginning of the game, I was rather good at slowing him. I wanted to go back, but instead Joblin was, hey man, we're pros, but we don't have the Wukong ultimate, and Master Yi is sitting onto me like, I don't know, a fat woman on a chair. Anywho, I still had my axe, so that will be the ace. Oh, Akali actually was back alive, so she's going for a kill of her own, and that will be the ace. By moi, le bird, which is French for the bird. Trust me. No, it's l'oiseau. C'est l'oiseau or l'oiseau? Huh. Because l'oiseau sounds pretty bad, so I'm gonna say l'oiseau. But it's weird. Normally, if you have a vowel, you have apostrophe L. Anyway, what am I talking about? French? I don't like French. So guys, sorry if you're French. I don't like your language. I don't like your country. But I like your personality. And that's the most important thing in the world, is it not? Europeans, we all love each other, don't we? Don't get me started about it. So guys, I hope you learned something about it. And you enjoyed it. I know I've learned something about it. Jeez Louise, I need to lost it even better. But in the end, it's the first time I actually did great against an ability power E, and some might say, oh, ability power E is easy to fight against. You be careful, those guys can do a lot of damage in the end game, but thank God, so can Anivia. So guys, as I said before, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Bye!